Hey, good day. This is Lauren Schieffer, the Colonel's daughter, with today's Kernel of Wisdom. The Colonel said, be an optimist, always. Perpetual optimism is a force more powerful than doubt and negativity every time. Well, I don't know if he ever dreamed of being an astronaut. Dad always felt a particular kinship with NASA, which in his mind embodied the power of the human spirit. I remember so clearly April of 1970, when Apollo 13 took off from Kennedy Space Center, carrying James Lovell, Fred Hayes, and Jack Swigert. About 2 days into the mission, the American public became aware that there was a problem on board. 3 American astronauts in the void of space, and there was a serious problem on board. An oxygen tank had exploded and blown out a large chunk of the command module. As a family, we watched, we waited, and we followed Walter Cronkite's updates. So many things could have gone wrong. The crew could run out of oxygen before they re-entered the atmosphere. They could run out of water. There could be a toxic buildup of carbon dioxide. There might not be enough power to run the guidance system to get them back to Earth. And if they missed by a hair's breadth, they would bounce off the Earth's atmosphere and go hurtling into space. The command module might not power up again after being dormant in the frozen void for so many hours. After the explosion and the subsequent cold, the heat shield on the command module could be compromised, which would cause the crew to be overcome upon re-entry. There were so many potential catastrophes that it seemed an impossible task to bring them home alive. I remember my mother pacing back and forth and saying, that's it. We lost 3 more. We lost 3 on the launch pad, referring to Apollo 1. And now we've lost 3 more. My father said, no, we will get them back. Mom ranted about the odds and cried in grief over lives already lost. Dad kept saying, no, we will get them back. The best NASA engineers are on this, and we will find a way to bring them back. When the command module entered the Earth's atmosphere on its return, there was a standard break in radio communications. It was usually about 3 minutes. To this 8-year-old little girl, it seemed like an eternity. My mother muttered and paced. My father stood stock still, rooted to his spot in front of the television, as if by sheer force of his optimistic will, he could make it come out all right. And when the sound of Commander Lovell's voice cracked over the airwaves, my father cried. Unabashedly, with tears freely flowing down his cheeks, he said, you see, I knew we would bring them back. All it takes is ingenuity and a little willpower. I think this was also the moment that solidified Dad's belief that duct tape can fix anything. Now, is it possible that Dad's optimism, his belief and positive vibes actually helped bring them home safely? Probably not. But the positivity of the NASA engineers, looking for solutions they'd never thought of before, combined with millions of optimistic and hopeful people across the globe, might have made a cosmic difference. Even in the worst of possible scenarios, optimism will cause you to look for solutions and find options that pessimism will overlook and defeat. Be optimistic, always. This is Lauren Schieffer, the Colonel's daughter. Have a great day.